Do you want to grow as a grower? Are you tired of being put to sleep by your educational growcasts? Are you tired of hearing about products you don't fucking want and can't afford? Are you tired of being told how you should grow? Hi, I'm Johnny Apple, and joining me is everyone's favorite amphibian, the Reverend Pirate Frog. Join us as we sift through the bullshit on the internet and try to get better as growers. This is Your Average Grow.
Hey, dude.
Hey, man, what's up?
So before we get into what I really want to talk about, I'm going to give you a quick peek into the amazing things I've got going on in my garden. You ready?
Oh, I imagine this is going to be like a 2-3 hour session here.
It's going to be long. It's probably the longest I've ever talked.
Okay.
No, here's the grand reveal. Ready? I've chopped 2 out of 3, and Marley's still going.
No, you don't say. Marley's still kicking around, huh?
I know, it's crazy. I know everybody's been waiting for a massive update, and there it is.
The fucking thing is going to still be going next New Year's.
Yeah, I know. I'll just be like, and same thing. But before we talk about New Year's, since we've got that amazing news that everybody was waiting for, let's kick it to what's going on in your massive, massive operation.
Oh shit, you know what? I don't know when the circle's going to come out, but I mentioned having a powdery mildew issue on my skunk clones. It seems that I've got that shit in check, dude. So I had like...
Do you know what'd you do?
Yeah, so I had got my Dr. Zymes, and I followed the instructions on the bottle. I just fucking used some reverse osmosis water, pH the shit, and went with the 4 ounces per gallon, I think it was. And so the clones I just got rid of. I got rid of them fucking things. They're gone. And the skunks, the moms, I dunked. Mm-hmm. And sprayed everything else one day, and then went through the next day, defoliated everything, sprayed again, and by day 3 I wasn't seeing signs of shit. So
excellent.
Yeah, the banana milks, man, they're looking really good. They're all trimmed up, and they look healthy again after that massive defoliation. They look like, dude. Yeah, they're. I think I'm getting ready to flip them, man. They're like at my scrog height level that I want to put the net up and start to train. So I think I'm going to put that net on probably New Year's Day and flip to flower.
I can't wait. What a great way to bring in the new year.
Yeah.
The banana
Well, it's going to make it easy because every time you ask me what fucking day my shit's on, I'm like, I don't fucking know. Notes or not, it's like,
I half believe that is the reason that Howling Buds and you wanted to plant on January 1st.
No doubt. But, he's just as chaotic as I am.
Yeah, he is. He's a great guy. I say that sarcastically. He's the worst.
I would hope so.
Yeah, the banana milks, though, I did want to say that, like, before looked cool because it was just this sweet bed. But after you defoliated them, I was like, holy shit, those look great, dude.
Yeah, thanks. I'm happy with them. They're looking good so far.
Great job.
I got that. I'm not doing nothing, man. The soil is.
Fucking nature, bro.
Yeah, dude. Super nice. Yeah, I got the one pheno, man. She's really, I'm saying she because I'm hesitant to call it she yet, but they're feminized seeds, so, like, what are the chances?
Did you say you call her she because you're hesitant to call her she?
Yeah, I probably said that asinine-like. Probably did.
Okay, sorry. I love it. But yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
Because. Shit. But no, man, that one plant is looking beautiful. The front left, if you see pictures, I should probably post something on Instagram. I haven't posted in that shit
in a while.
Shithole. Yeah.
In a shithole. I spend hours every week devoting to making amazing thumbnails. That's not true, but imagine if it was.
No, I couldn't even picture it if it was.
I spend like 15 minutes when I'm really high, and it is super fun, so I don't mind it. But don't call it a shithole, man. It's your average. It's average.
Yeah, the average shithole.
But you should post more because I think We both should. I don't think any of us have. No, you posted one plant picture.
Yeah, it's been a while. But
It's an average while. We're gonna bank on that, baby. But yeah, so other than me complimenting your banana milks, and they do look fabulous, and I'm really excited to see them. And you're gonna have your scrog net, and obviously we all know the proper way to do that. And then what do you have going elsewhere?
So I got that one White Widow auto and the Mystery Mezcla from the Mrs. Tent. They both got sprayed with the Zymes too. They look healthy, but what happened is weird. Like when I sprayed them, all their pistil hairs turned orange, which was curious to me. I'm like, huh. So I wonder, like, when you spray in flower or something like that, and that happens, I wonder if they lose their ability to accept pollen. It's almost like I want to do an experiment sometime and try that out, just out of pure fucking curiosity, because like
And
they
you're an
straight
early
up
flower,
orange,
right?
Yeah,
I would
like
say you're an early flower.
yeah. I think the one I might be like a week, maybe 2 weeks past pom pom stage. Both of them. What the mystery's a little bit farther behind, but she's picking up pace quickly. Whatever the hell it is, I'm wholeheartedly believe that the Earthbox saved that fucking plant from that early whatever the hell was going on, whether it was soil or fucking who knows. But it's a beautiful little plant now. I'm super happy with these fucking Earthboxes, man.
I'm really excited, and you guys can all head over to the Alabrije Discord. He's a great guy. He's going to be a guest here soon, I promise. Like, it's all my fault. But we have a section where you guys we're trying to guess each mystery seed, so it'll be exciting to have everybody take a guess and try and figure out what it is.
Hold on, my dog's scratching herself and it's super loud. June, shut up. We're keeping that in the show too.
Hell yeah, we are. I was gonna say, listen to our last episode. I kept a lot in just for to make a joke for it being released at Christmas, and I don't think anyone noticed because what's the difference?
It's us. They probably never noticed. They're like, these fucking guys are so average any damn way. So, but no, back to the grow. I got nothing. Like, I think that's it. I'm waiting. Oh, I did take cuts from the banana milk, so I got those in the Easy Cloner. I went with the Easy Cloner this time, and I'm doing it totally different than I have before. I put it in the prop tent, and I think it's getting a little warm in there. Normally, the success I've had is putting that thing, the Easy Cloner, like right in a tent on the concrete floor, so it helps keep the water cool. And I don't think I'm seeing that this time because it's elevated inside that prop tent. And
Did you just move it to make space, or did you
I thought it would be better inside of a tent because I don't have another tent because the missus took the clone tent. The only other place I have a tent is downstairs in the basement, and I didn't want to fucking put another tent back in the basement. I just got all my shit up here, you know?
Yeah, and I mean, you're so old at a certain point, you can't be walking down
and
those
I took cuts just... I am getting old, too. That's funny.
I know.
Shit. Yeah,
That's
dude,
why it
when I got
hurts.
sick, man, that kicked my ass.
Dude, I got sick too.
Oh,
It
Jesus.
did.
Um,
Fuck. This isn't the sick show.
no, we could go on for hours.
But, so do you think? Do you want to? We've had the worst couple of weeks, but so do you think you're gonna go back to the way you had it before, or are you gonna figure this?
I'm gonna
out?
try and see what happens with this, but I probably might get another tent or something that will fit good for this Easy Cloner. Probably another prop tent, and I might be able to get it in this area somewhere for when I do clone. Just like set it up in a inconvenient spot just while I'm cloning.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. And then it's gonna stay there permanently, knowing you, because you'll just start cloning more.
Yeah. If I got a good system down for cloning, I wouldn't dread it so much. But I haven't dialed in my cloning system. I have good success with this Easy Cloner, but not like you would think.
You do have good success. You're not giving yourself enough credit, but I think often a lot of times is you have so much going on at once that things get lost.
That's a fair assessment.
So it'll be nice when if you get the systems better to it'll be easier for you to go with the system, and you can start writing things down better, which you have been. And I wanted to give you a shout out this episode. This will be released on New Year's, so we're going into the new year. But you finished up the new year perfectly with notes, dude. Well done and well organized.
A little bit better. Not perfect, but I appreciate that, yeah.
Any step in the right direction is good enough for me, dude. I ain't no taskmaster.
I just have been trying to make it a point because we had talked about it, and it does make sense. Like, I can't, I'm getting older, and the medicine we use tends to make my memory not the greatest like it used to be. Plus, I'm like, fuck, I'm bald. I'm finding gray hairs in the beard. Like, this memory is fading.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the notes are helping.
Years and years of abuse, at least in my case, has shaken my memory to the core. So I also write things down, and I have to put notes in my phone sometimes to remember to do what I promised myself I'd do through the day. But that's more a product of just being incredibly dumb.
I don't think it's that, just organized.
Yeah. Well, I think it's both in my case. However,
it's so weird, too, because you're so team chaos.
I am very team chaos. But the problem is, if I don't write it down, my girl gets upset. And I have to, like, I get in trouble.
Yeah, no doubt.
It just makes, not in trouble, but it just makes things bad. Like, if I tell her I'm going to vacuum and I forget, and I'm just like, shit. Yeah. So it's just easier to write it down, Makes everybody's life easier. But now that we're going into the new year, right, I have a couple questions, and I did not prepare you for this at all because we've had a lot of guests, and I haven't had enough time to fuck with you lately. So my first question is, do you have any strains that you are very particularly excited about to run this new year? You get 2 max because we don't need to hear about 365 days worth of fucking strains.
My brain is, I wouldn't even be able to give you 365. Right now, it's just getting those hella jellies. I'm most excited about those. I feel like they're more narrow leaf leaning from what I heard about the experience with it. I'm not 100% on the lineage. I didn't do that much research, but it's narrow leaf leaning in the effects thereof, and the flavor is supposed to be out of this world. So I'm super excited to get those and get those running. And then I would secondly, no, other than everything blueberry, on the hunt for the blueberry, I need to find medicine, man. The Headstrong, I'm not gonna partake in anymore. It turned me into something, whatever. Its effects weren't good for me. It wasn't medicinal for me, the way I was using it. So I need to find,
the way your body chemistry is, right? It just wasn't the strain to work for you, and that's why you have to test medicine, right? Like, what works for me ain't gonna work for you. And so you need to find, because we talked about this, and I won't get into obviously the details of what we talked about, but it's some strains, particularly for me, if they're a broader leaf that I've found, can really fuck with me mentally long term. Like consumption of it at once, at more than just like a couple times. But if it's a strain I have a lot of and I'm smoking and it's a certain type, it really fucks with my mental well-being and my health, because it just puts me in fucking, like, when I get really lazy and don't accomplish anything, you start getting depressed and shit.
That's that's exactly what I was experiencing.
Yeah, it's not, I gain immense pleasure from nature and the ocean, right? All of my hobbies revolve around nature or the ocean in some way. Surfing, sailing, anything.
Hell yeah.
I named 2 things, and they both had to do with the ocean. That was pretty pathetic. But,
well, when you're in Southern California, what else is there? Palm trees?
Yeah, well, yeah, they're not even native. But yeah, no, I mean, like, I played basketball and volleyball, and I'd rather play beach volleyball and stuff like that. And so I very much enjoy being outdoors. And so if I take something that puts me indoors, it ruins my mental well-being, right? And it's not the medicine that I need. I need that stuff to get outside and do stuff and be in touch with nature. I spent way too many years of my life wasting away indoors being a drunk, dude. So any medicine that gets me out of the door and in a positive attitude is exactly the kind of stuff I need. So I know there are certain strains that I can't grow or consume because if like I can consume one off. I'm not going to be like, oh
Right.
no, I can't. But I can't have a head stash of a
Yeah,
certain
like your
strain,
daily
and
consumption, like your daily medicine. Like that's what I was using this headstrong for. It was my daily med, man. It was my fucking. That's all I have around. Everything else is gone. So
and it'll warp your mind, and you can get, and not, I'm not saying that of that particular
right.
strain or
It's
that
just how
lineage
that
at
one
all,
affected
but
me,
that
yeah.
part exactly, and that one particular strain per person can really put some people in a dark spot. And I know some people might say like, oh, that's not true. Maybe you haven't found it yet, or maybe statistically you're the perfect person, but some people get affected by it negatively, and that's a real conversation people need to have, because just because it's cannabis does not make it medicine for you.
Yeah, and I didn't realize that. Like, I don't have the relationship that a lot of people have with cannabis. I am new to cannabis use. I was in the Army for 9 years, couldn't do it there, and then I was in a job that they drug tested for 10 years of it. It wasn't until it became legal that I was able to partake. And at this point, I'm so
Yeah.
old that I have like my ways. I know myself, and I wasn't feeling like myself anymore. And the only thing I changed was just cutting back my medicine, specifically on days I had to work. I wasn't coming home and using, and I was only using edibles to sleep with. So I wasn't smoking after work, and I wasn't doing anything. So, and I started to notice like my mood getting better at work, and then I've even like the past few days I haven't even taken anything to go to sleep with. And I'm even like today I was in the greatest fucking mood by the end of the day once I got some caffeine in me. And that's when we started talking earlier. It was like, dude, I didn't like it's got to be not just seasonal depression. Like this strain has to be playing a role. And then the other thing is when we recorded the Circle episode, I had some of my dad's Alaskan Thunderfuck, which is a heavily narrow leaf leaning strain, and I even then felt different. I felt more like myself.
Yeah, you were talkative. You were excited. It's depending. I mean, it's just all how it chemically reacts in your body.
I
right?
guess so. I'm following your lead on this one because, like I said, I'm new, so I think this is great for other people to hear.
I'm sure that there's like actual scientists like Bract rolling his eyes right now.
Fucking idiots.
But I mean, it whether or not if it's just pure chemicals, and that's probably the most ignorant term to use. I have no interest in chemistry, but it's some kind of reaction with your body, right? Things are different for everybody, right? Like I thoroughly fucked my liver by drinking, so edibles don't work for me very well. I have to take like 500 milligrams to feel anything. Yeah, I mean, and like that's not pleasant. I just feel kind of, it's I'll eat 1,000 milligrams to feel anything, and that's from years and years of severe heavy alcohol abuse, right? So then that changes your body chemistry too, and all kinds of stuff. And so everybody's going to digest things differently. Our buddy Howling cannot process THC through his liver very well. Actually, in fact, I think he processes it better than everybody. But a small amount, like 5 milligrams, affects him deeply.
Yeah, when he was saying that, I was like, holy fuck, man. Imagine that little bit just throwing you into a spiral like that. If you had eaten somebody's brownie, holy fuck, dude, he'd still be high.
If he had to use as much tincture as me, like if I would have dosed him, right, with as much tincture as it takes for me to feel anything, then he would have been completely fucked. So that's why you can't just prescribe. You can't just be like, I mean, you can generally say cannabis will help, but there's a lot of science out there for like tailoring it better for people, and that is science that I have no fucking clue on. So it would be wrong of me to talk any further. I already feel like I speculated a bit too much. So if you guys are interested, there's always the Discord channel where you can post corrections. I am more than willing to take egg in the face. I have absolutely no problem with being corrected. It's the way things should be. So if I was wrong, please go there.
So, let me go back. So you asked what two strain.
Yeah.
I've got the Hella Jelly, and I need to find some other medicine. What about you? What's on your list of most excited for 2023?
So I won't touch on the stuff that I'm growing this next run because I'll bring it up in a second. But I'm really excited. There's a couple strains out there that I'm really excited to grow that I have that I've kind of like been pushed back. Like I think Cosmic Apprentice has been pushed back a while now. I know that Pink Panama has been pushed back like 6
Who's
times.
the Pink Panama? Is that from Meth?
Meph. It's Mephisto, yeah. It's a beautiful plant, and I'm really excited about it, but I just keep getting more excited.
It's because
about other
something new
things.
comes out,
And
man,
that's-
and it's the hype, so it's like, oh, fuck yeah.
I am not ashamed to admit that I fall for I fall
Every
for it
time.
every single time. Every time. It's
Same here.
It's sad, but it'll continue to be that way, and you're gonna have to learn to love me for it, or love me in spite of it. Yeah. So, but I'm really I'm doing a lot of new things this year. I guess I could talk about it here, right? Well, no, I'll save it for later, once things are more formalized. But I'm doing a lot of new things, and I'm gonna have a lot of new space and stuff. So, I'm really promising to myself to get at least an open pollination run of that Purple Haze Cot sent me in the new year. I want to set up a situation where at least once a year I'm doing, so it would be more than once a year, but at least, twice a year doing an open pollination run in an environment to help Cots out, because Cots is my OG homie, and I'd do anything for any of my friends.
Did he mention his
So-
plan anywhere on a podcast yet? I don't want to spoil anything. I don't remember if we've...
I don't remember. So let's err on the side of caution. Anywho, I mean, I'm sure he did, and that's the problem with shows like ours where we get stoned in the middle of it. Be like, hey, what did you say that episode? Be like, I don't remember what
Yeah,
I
no
said
doubt.
yesterday, brother. Or now.
Yeah, what were we
But,
talking about?
Yeah, so I'm really excited. Yeah, actually, I do remember what we're talking about most times, sadly. Like I said earlier, I speak secondhand Johnny now. I'm like an
You
interpreter.
have to be, dude. My Discord texting is fucking unreal.
Yeah, well, it's fun. You learn to speak.
It's
it.
just because
It's,
I'm so
it
hyper
serves-
that I don't want to go back and correct it and miss anything, so it's just like, fuck it, I gotta get this out.
I have told you multiple times, and I'll scream it till I'm blue in the face. Never change.
Yeah.
There's a reason I love you. But so the Purple Haze is definitely on the priority. And then there's some stuff that some J Merch J is sending. I know that talked about it in the circle. We keep referring to the circle. We filmed it, or not filmed it. We recorded it. We
Yeah.
haven't edited it.
We'll get there.
So you're getting it. You'll get it before. Wait, if you're listening to this, you'll get it before this. So, but J Merch J is sending me some stuff. I think he's sending you stuff too, isn't he?
Not that I know of, no.
I'm pretty sure. Maybe I'm thinking of someone else.
I don't remember. I took a hiatus from Discord and everything for a little while. I had to clear my head and clear my thoughts and shit, so I'm behind on everything. So if I missed anybody or missed anything, I'm sorry. I'm getting there. I had to step back from it all. I was realizing that I'm not used to people. I'm not used to, like, I don't know if it's just like,
You are indeed also. I just looked up, and yes, J Merch J. I'm sorry, I even forgot you for a second. He asked if I wouldn't mind some seeds. I was like, I consider that an honor, dude. If anyone forgets, he's the one who came up with the
Hell yeah.
Canniverse, bro. He's always got
Nice.
a spot, man. But yeah, he said he sent you some too. So I've got some of that stuff I'm really excited for. And then I'm sure there's gonna be a ton of drops that I buy seeds for, and all my plans that I make today get bumped. So it's almost pointless in this hobby, isn't it?
we could say our plan, but if it's not getting planted like that day, then fucking plans can change, dude.
Yeah, exactly. Now, I did want to talk about in the new year, we're doing the Grow Together with the Mango Smile. So obviously I'm excited about that.
As well am I.
Yeah, I've made a tough decision. I'm going to sit it out. No, just kidding.
I would fucking rage.
That one-
I would rage right here live on the air.
That one was for you. No, I'm excited about that. I think I've said it 3 times now, or maybe twice. So I'll say a third or fourth. I'm doing Galaxy Brain, Mango Smile, and then Juicy in my Alebrije tent, which is at this point is just the Alebrije drying tent. everything is in the immediate future is fun. I don't have any major exciting life plans. What about you?
Just gotta find the medicine, and we got some shit we gotta do around the house. So the proper medicine is gonna rely heavily on how much shit I get done around the house.
Yeah, exactly. How much?
I'm gonna
work, how
find
much-
myself giving a lot of handies if I don't get some shit done around this house. So
Yeah,
these
I would
fucking
imagine
plants
so.
need to get to growing.
Yep. No, it'll be good. Is there anything you want or think the show should do in the new year?
Man, I think we just need to keep on par with what we're going. I feel like what we're doing is us, and I'm having fun with it. And anything outside of that is not us. You know what I mean? So I think like just obviously I want the show to progress more and more people to hear us and get involved with us and jump in our Discord and talk to us and talk to the community of fucking people out there. So I would like to see more growth with the podcast as much as we can. Just get more average people like we have been doing, just fucking dope ass people in our fucking community coming on and bullshitting with us, man.
Absolutely, man. One of the only reasons that I have so much fun doing this is because I get to talk to so many people that are way cooler than anyone I've ever
And we got to
known.
have some people offer some fucking good information.
Obviously, that's why we have guests. No, I'd agree with you on everything you said, man. I'm very hesitant to do with of anything that I don't want to do.
You
So,
were Stony that was saying it has to be organic, like it has to grow organically.
always organic. That was Stony. I wouldn't have said something so poetic. I probably would have just said, "Shut the fuck up. We're doing it this way."
Yeah, no doubt.
But that dude has very little capability of being a dick.
Zero.
So he
As
always
much as
says
I
things
push him,
well.
he always brings it back.
I know. Well, we'll ruin his life like we ruin all good things, my friend. It just takes time. We will wear them down with our own incompetence. Yeah, so I think the only thing I want is for this to keep being fun and keep saying fuck you to all the bullshit,
Hell yeah,
you know.
man.
If we can make average everybody's goal, then we can kill the fucking ego. At the end of the day, you only want to be able to grow medicine for
No
yourself, right? Who gives a fuck about clicks and all that
Yeah.
bullshit, right? I don't give a fuck what you do to get your medicine as long as you get your medicine. But holy hell, do people need to have some ego
Yeah,
death
like
sometimes.
chill.
guys.
It's a fucking plant. Would you treat a tomato this fucking scary? Yeah.
Seriously.
That
like-
was what my ultimate goal was when we fucking started this, was like just show people that a goofball like me can fucking do it. And it doesn't take a fucking rocket scientist. It's literally gardening. It fucking wants to live. Plants
Exactly.
want to live.
There is nothing wrong with just letting your plant go, man. Sometimes nature knows more
No
than you.
doubt. But what makes it is a hobby. I
But,
get
yeah.
that. And people want to do the best, so I get the
It
stress
is.
level. And I was just hoping that maybe we could take some of that off of fucking people's shoulders. You know what I mean?
Well, that's why I always say that they're more than welcome to ask me anything, man. If you want to figure out a way to do something, I'll help. If I don't know, like you said to me the other day, right? I don't know, but let's find out together.
And that's what we're doing, man. That's what we're doing here.
Yeah.
You're teaching me
Hell
how to
yeah.
fucking hippie, and I'm fucking not doing any of what you try to teach me.
Yeah, it's only mildly infuriating. It's okay.
My labs didn't come out. I think I still have a little jar that I'm like reluctant to throw away up in the cupboard, but the fucking fermented fruit juice is still in the cupboard.
Oh
It doesn't stink.
Dude.
That's what I thought. I was like, and it hasn't really fermented. There's just like this growth on top. So I was just gonna kind of scoop all the.
Well, if there's a growth, that's no bueno, dude.
But here's the thing: is when I put my labs in, I was like, "Fuck!" I was supposed to put labs in, and I just kind of squirted it on top. So this is so fucking
I'd have
hilarious.
To see pictures.
I'm gonna get some, not soon.
I'd-
I'll probably leave it up there a couple more months and then take some pictures. But
Oh, God
no,
damn it.
I was leaving it trying to see like what the fuck is happening, and I'm not seeing anything negative or anything positive. So I'm just kind of fucking curious as to what's going on. But
Ain't nothing wrong with a little experimenting. Just
the
don't do it
Johnny
in my
way.
house. Amen, brother. I wouldn't have it any other way. Yeah, no, that's all fun stuff. I was curious if you had any guests that you were excited about.
If you take a nobody else can see this, so I won't say that. Yeah, we have a fucking Rolodex of people we'd like to get on here and interview. The problem is we barely have time to talk to each other, let alone anybody else.
That setup question was incredibly selfish of me because it was just so that we could basically say that there are a ton of people coming that we're excited for. We just are moving through them at a slow pace. So if you know who you are, guys, if I told you, we're trying to get to you.
I do want to get Soskai on here. We were going to talk about pH one episode, and I tried to get him on, and his shit wasn't connecting. So I definitely want to get him on, and we'll chat it up about pH. Maybe get somebody else who's like a advocate for adjusting pH and shit and whatever else or something. I don't know. I haven't really figured that episode out, so I haven't come back to it yet. But I definitely want to get him on and chat that shit up too. So
Yeah. If we figured it out beforehand, it wouldn't be average.
100%.
No, I'm really excited. I have a buddy of mine who's coming on who is a permaculture and pond expert, and I've been chatting with him for a while, and he's way cooler than I could ever imagine myself being. So I'm excited about that. Plus, a whole episode it's selfishly about frogs is going to be horrible to listen to if you're not interested, but I don't give a shit.
What I've peeped in on the conversation you were having, it sounds like it's going to be dope as shit, dude. Even from a guy who like hadn't really thought about something like that before. I was like, oh man, this is super fucking cool.
It's going to be a great episode. He's also, I spoiled it a little bit for you, but he's got some autos that he breeds, and he breeds with blueberry. So
hell yeah. More fucking blueberry.
Yeah, but yeah, I wanted to just briefly cover what our plans are for the new year. If you don't care, I don't give a shit either. But thanks for listening anyway. But did you have anything that you wanted to touch on, Johnny, before I moved on to another subject?
Is this a setup? Are you setting me up? I don't think.
No,
I don't think there is.
This isn't one. No.
No,
I wanted to talk about so the grow togethers. A lot of it was thrown together by some cool people very quickly, and I'm excited. And like I said, it's going to make whoever wins by whatever metric that is, what is winning, a trophy. But we're also going to be rolling out more of those in the future, where every time we do a grow together, you'll get the whatever that was cup, and I'll make you a little trophy. So it'll be bragging rights if nothing else.
Yeah, I like that. And we changed it to grow together just because like grow along makes it seem like it's a fucking competition. And
Yeah,
it's really not.
No, it's really cool, and I think and whether it becomes this ever, who knows? But all things could start with good intentions before surely being ruined by evil. But it's a good way for somebody to grow with a big group of people and see everybody like growing along, and it kind of makes it easier for a lot of people. And so I think that's a great learning tool to help people out. And if they're growing similarly to you or I, they get basically updates daily on what we do. Not daily, don't be asinine. I don't do anything daily, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, no doubt.
Like, I think what spurred a lot of this was, I forget how many comments, because you and I did the Tangi Tibuguana grow along, right? And we got, how many comments did we get about people saying, this is the best way to grow, this is the way we want to grow, blah, 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 right? And like, I wasn't even ever thinking about really doing another grow along for a while. Like, I just thought that was a cool idea, and it kind of went its course. But a lot of people wanted to know more, so I figured, fuck it, this is cool, and let's at least give some incentive, right? I think it's a great way to grow. It makes it fun for everybody. Even the guy whose first grow it is gets a lot of good experienced people growing the same thing and have their minds on the subject at hand, right? It's a lot easier to help someone when you're growing the same plant at the same time. It just makes it more personal.
Oh, hell yeah.
But it's also it's good for the more experienced guys, because it's fun growing in the same plant as someone else and seeing the different phenos, right?
And
my-
totally different expressions.
Yeah, and it's just fun, and it's always great to be a part of a group and feel like you're a part of something and have fun. So that door is always welcome. Is always open. Fuck, it's always welcome. Dumbass. That door is always open. You're always more than welcome to come swing by, and we'll be doing. I don't know how we'll pick the ones in the future, but someone will be in charge of it, and that ain't me.
And for anybody listening that doesn't know, you can find us on Instagram. I'm Johnny _ Apple _ just because of the way the system works, I guess. I don't know. That's how it worked. You can hit me up on there, or you can find me at the.johnny.apple.420 @gmail.com. You can send me an email. We'll get you the link to the Discord, because that's where a lot of this shit happens. Padre and me are both on Discord on the daily for the most part. And
Yeah,
Padre's
I will.
definitely active, so if you need somebody to talk to, he won't be far.
No, I have no life and I'm a loser. But
I wouldn't
no,
say that.
I have a good attention span and I can answer questions. So I like answering anyone's questions, even if they want to ask me why I'm such a prick.
Why are you such a prick?
I just am.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Me
just
too.
the way I was raised. It was what generational trauma I got. No, I'm just kidding. Just come. I think, don't we have an email for the podcast too? Who gives a shit? It's your average grow podcast.
grow @gmail.com. No, it's your average grow podcast @gmail.com.
That's the one.
Yep.
If you ever have a question, or if you ever want to join along or anything, reach out, dudes. Johnny is one of the nicest people I've ever met, and that's saying a lot because most people think he's a prick.
I tend to come across as a prick, but I love everybody equally as much as I hate them. So I would say I'm neutral.
I am an extreme asshole, according to some.
Well, not according to me.
Thank you.
You're
But,
my
yeah, so
bestie.
If there's anyone associated with anything that we do or associates with us, they'd be more than willing to answer your questions. So feel free and reach out. Because if they don't, they ain't going to be associated with us.
Yeah, and really, if you have questions, we're not the ones to help for the most part. Ask Cods or Mac.
Ask the G.
Like, just ask Mac and give no information. He fucking loves it.
Yeah. Specifically withhold information.
Mm-hmm.
So tell Mac, I have this issue, but don't tell him your medium. Don't tell him how long you run your lights, and don't tell him any temperatures. He likes to
Nope.
guess. It's
Yeah.
a fun game for him.
Yep. He loves it that way.
It's one of his favorite things.
That's Mac Attack Gardens. Just for anybody who needs some help, Mac Attack Gardens, and provide as little information as possible. You'll get the most help possible.
It's his fun game.
Love you, buddy.
But yeah, if anyone wants to be involved at all, just reach out, man. Johnny doesn't bite anymore. It's actually in the contract.
Yeah, unless it's howling, because fuck him.
Okay. Hey man, I like him.
Yeah,
he's
he's
nice
good
to
shit.
me.
He's good shit.
He's a great dude. He's good people.
Wouldn't say I've met my match, but he's a pretty good ball buster.
Oh, he's fantastic. That's what first drove me to him. He threw it back in my face so well that I was a bravo, sir. You win. And I think I've mentioned that 3 times, but it was. Anytime someone comes prepared to battle wits, it's fun.
Anyway, anytime you're not scared to.
Exactly.
Make sure it's understood that you're fucking around and you don't come across as just this fucking total douche.
Remember, on the internet, how
It's-
you
yeah.
phrase things is very important.
Yes.
Words matter online.
That's why
Okay.
I love my sarcasm gif.
Yeah, exactly. But moving on, because then I would eventually have to admit fault in some arguments. Fuck that.
I am
Yeah,
never
so
wrong.
it couldn't possibly be wrong.
Nope.
No, my life has been stellar so far. Yeah, so I think that's pretty much all we have to say. It's kind of been a not as grow related episode other than our gardens, but It's a good start to the new year.
Yeah,
it's
it's kinda
technically
ends-
the end of the year. It's
Yeah.
the end of our year, the start of your guys' new year. So
And nobody wants that fucking
thank you guys.
episode where you go through everything you've already
No.
fucking watched again. I hate when
The
shows
clip
do
shows?
that. Yes.
Fuck, you can. I promise you here, there will never be a clip show because one, it's bullshit, and two, far too much work.
Yeah, it's like the fucking writers had no idea what to fucking do, so they're like, I know what to do. Clip show.
Yeah. I mean, could you imagine? Like, there's some shows only ran 3 seasons, and they still ran a clip show.
Oh god.
That's not enough fucking content. Anyhow,
No.
that goes beyond.
But we digress.
That won't happen here.
No.
But I do want to say a personal thank you to every single person who tuned in. I don't know what brought you to do it. I apologize immensely, but I appreciate you all for lending us even a second of your time. I've come to meet some of my best friends in this community, so I want to thank Captain Autoflower. I want to thank Girl Go Grow. I want to thank the Real Green Monster, some of those people, and of course Johnny. Everybody that I haven't mentioned, but specifically the big 3 of Cultivation Conversation. They created a great community, and it keeps spreading out. And that's how I met Johnny, and Johnny remains to this day one of my good friends, probably my best, and I curse Monster every day because of it.
Yeah, thanks, dickhead.
Every day I send him a message and I say, it's because of you I can't sleep, motherfucker.
It's because of you my girlfriend is fucking pissed at me.
No, but seriously, thank you all for listening. It blows my mind. I don't know why.
Yeah, I want to thank everybody too, and I would love if everybody would go write us a review. It really does help and get the word out for people, so we can get more people in this community and more people to share with and more people to fucking learn from, man.
Yeah, and if you're listening, and I know some people sometimes have been in the Discord and they feel like, I don't want to get involved, fucking do it. If you're uncomfortable, I'll stop and tell everyone to shut the fuck up. I don't have an issue getting everybody to feel inclusive and fucking a part of the cult. So if you have any issues, feel free to reach out, dudes.
No doubt, man. So is this a Sunday episode? Do we get a sermon?
Oh,
No.
fuck, I talked too much. Now I got to get
Yeah, because we were going to put the circle out tonight, and then...
I've been talking so much.
Well,
Yeah,
maybe...
man, I got a good one.
Go
All
for
right,
it.
Here's
I was
going
to sing in my smoothing voice, but I would
Don't,
rather hear
please.
your fucking sermon.
Well, I should just talk about how you should never take advice from a dude who fucking pretends to be a frog. That would be
Or
a
an
fitting
apple.
end to this. But I did just thank a lot of people, and if I didn't thank you, you can send me a fucking message. I'll personally thank you. But the sermon this week is simple. We're going into a new year, right? If you guys can try one new thing this year, that's all I'm asking. Just try one new thing. I'll absolve you of all your sins. Don't be a dick. Mind your own business and go with Frog.
Hell yeah.
Seriously, thank you guys, though. Thanks for listening.
Thank everybody so much.
A lot of fun shit in the new year. Thank you.
A lot of fun shit in the last year. Peace.
Yeah.